Yo, yo,
Yeah, what's up, man?
what's up, Doug?
Not
I'm
much.
good.
You must have heard me on Bernard
Uh,
Riley.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
hey, hey,
So
hey,
pause the
let me
video in
say
the back. Pause the video in the back.
something, man.
Again,
Huh?
echo. Pause the video. Pause the video. I'm getting an echo. I'm
Hold
getting an
on,
echo.
hold on.
Pause. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear
Yeah,
me?
Doug. So yeah. So speak your mind, Doug. Speak your mind.
No, I was just saying, man. Bernard Riley is a faggot, and I say it once, I say it twice. He a faggot. He
Yeah,
always like to
yeah, yeah.
switch up stuff, man. That's why I don't like these Manis films, man. They always trying to switch up stuff, to make themselves look good and to make you look bad. They lames, man. If I see
Yeah.
any of those guys, I'm gonna slap the shit.
Yo,
I'm gonna slap the dog out of them.
you see, but they try to you see the guy. You see the go-go fitness guy who came up, the guy who his name was Go-Go Fitness. You saw he
Yeah, go
came up that
fitness.
right. Did you recognize what they were trying to do? You there, Doug?
Say that again.
Did you
Hold on.
recognize why he was there?
No. I didn't recognize why he was there. Explain it to me because
He was
I'm
there.
ignorant to it.
Right. Because listen, right? No, you see what you proposing, right? You proposing that we come over to where you at, right? No, that guy,
Right.
he he advertising for female yoga instructors and whatnot. So he try to basically try to prop him up over you in a sense.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, let me tell you something. I hope the Go Fitness guy. I hope he gets a thousand million subscribers, whatever. I don't care about the guy. Good luck to him. But these guys, man, they love um they love hating on people. They love hating on women. They love hating on people that are trying to make people look bad, trying to, always laughing and giggling. They're a bunch of girls. They're like a bunch of girls at a sorority. That's what they are. A bunch of girls at a
Mhm.
sorority always giggling and cracking jokes and shit. They not serious about nothing. And how can any woman be serious about them? None of those guys have women. Game Changer, he's a virgin. Bernard Riley is a big giant. Oh, baby Huey simp. That zero guy is a complete zero. And the rest of those guys, and then some guy gonna come on there talking about you wouldn't go to Colombia and do that. You wouldn't go to Colombia. Let me tell you something. I do it in Colombia. I do it in South Africa. I do it anywhere. If somebody fuck over me, I'm a man enough to go up to them and handle business. I don't care. I don't care if I've done it in America. I've done it in other countries. Hell, I had to get somebody straight. In DR one time, I had to get somebody ass that was trying to fuck over me.
Wait.
So these guys, they're
So you make you did that a lot then. You did it a lot. You had cause to do it a lot.
say that again.
You did you appointed do that a lot. The stuff
Well,
that we talking.
yeah. If somebody, let me tell you something. If somebody as a man, and somebody does you wrong or does something to you, I mean, you can do two things. You can take the L, or you can go get a W. Either or. You can take the L, or you can go get a W. But my point is that I don't go around beating up on people and bullying people. I'm not a bully,
True that.
but I can be a
Yeah.
bully.
Mm.
I can be a bully just like anybody else. But I don't go around beating up innocent people, anything like that. I'm a citizen. But if somebody robs from me, steals from me, tries to cheat me out of something, and I try to go through a means of trying to correct this, and they tell me fuck me, then I'm gonna go handle business. You know,
Mm.
see that's the problem with the manosphere is that, like I said, those guys are lames. They always want to play the victim. They always want they are good at playing the victim. They always the victim. They want to make
Hold
you
on,
look like
hold
the
on,
villain.
Rommie. Hold on again. A little problem with audio. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can drop down and come back up if that would help us. I don't know if it's a connection thing, but just
Okay.
try it. Just try it. Drop down
All
and
right.
come back again. Drop down now. Yeah. Yeah, dog. Come back again. Let's try it again. There we go up, dog. There we go up. Hmm. That we talking about. Let me see. All right, talk again. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Well, yeah, I hear you.
All right. All right. All I'm saying is, man, these guys, they're idiots, man. All they do is just sit around on the screen for 4 and 5 hours and talk like little girls, hoping that somebody come on the screen so they can try to attack and roast and all that other stuff and get and for pure entertainment. Those guys are not there to solve any problems. They're not there to solve any problems. They're a bunch of kids, you know. And let me tell you something. Ain't nobody. If somebody got a girl, a real girl, they're not gonna sit on no screen for no 8, 9 hours trying to talk to guys. Now, they're a bunch of homosexuals. That's why Kevin Samuels is the perfect leader for their whole organization. Somebody that's Metro suspect, in my opinion. I always thought he was suspect before he even came to the manosphere because I've been knowing him prior to that. So
Mhm.
I always thought he was a little bit of suspect. But I mean, I don't care about a guy being gay. I mean, as long as he's not, touching me or nothing, so I can care less. But my
True
point
that.
is, I think he might be bisexual. I think he might be bisexual, but he, like I said, he's the perfect mascot for them niggas because all them niggas are borderline homosexuals. I wouldn't be surprised if them niggas having sex with trannies and stuff. But like I said once before, they all cowards, man. All they want to do is get on the panels and Monday morning quarterback somebody else's opinion, or try to flip the script or something. All of them game changer. All of them idiots. In my opinion, they all bums.
Yeah. Yeah. But one thing. So you'll be safe. You and I ain't think to worry about based on because those guys are they were kind of painting a picture. You know what I mean about what happened with any video with the guy. So you don't
Yeah,
think that
yeah,
would
yeah,
impact
yeah.
that you have
Yeah,
that
they were trying to
sorted out
paint.
that situation sorted out.
Yeah, they were trying to paint like I'm this guy coming overseas just beating up on people, and bullying them and stuff like that. But what really happened is that this guy, so first of all, I met him through a young lady that I know, a nice young lady that I know. He turns around. I asked him to get me a bike. He turns around, overcharges me for the bike. I had no problem with it because I needed a bike because it was doing like the lockdown. So I thought I needed a bike to move around. So anyway, so he overcharged me for the bike because he quoted the price of the bike one price, then he upped the price. So I was like, okay, cool. Around and he overcharged me for the delivery of the bike. Okay, no problem, no problem. I give him his money. I get the bike. The bike start immediately having issues. So he comes over and he fixes the bike. And I keep like 50,000 so he could come back. Then he has to come back, I think, again because he forgot one of his tools. I mean, the guy was just poor customer service. And but a lot of people, because they never travel, a lot of these never travel. So what they fail to realize is that even the you said that the people that have businesses here, they have poor customers, very poor customer service. They don't know how to reach customers. All they want to do is sell you something and then go on about their business. They don't care or if it breaks or if they assemble it correct. And what the problem was is that this gentleman, he did not assemble my bike correctly. So what I got fresh a week or so bike that was having all kind of issues, and plus it wasn't the bike I asked for. I told him, I said, hey, just bring me another bike, and we'll call it even. He told me that he would bring me a bike. He never called me back. I gave him like 2 weeks to return to bring me another bike. He never returned my phone call. He never came to get, because he had the money there. He had all the money, so he was good, But I wanted a new bike. I said, bring me my money back or bring me a new bike. So he would never do it. So what happened was is that I got one of my friends, one of my girlfriends, to order a bike from him, from a different number, from a different location, the whole 9 yards. And I told her to order a more expensive bike, so he would be able to have the incentive to come over and get the bike. To bring the bike. Well, he brings the bike. Eventually, he brings the bike. He sees me. I ask for my money. He doesn't give me my money, so I have to slap his ass. Yeah, and then he didn't. He didn't even have my money. First of all, he didn't have my money. The money that he had in his pocket, he tried to get out, is the money that he just had on him. So I took all his money that he had on him, and I kept the bike. I kept the bike that he brought, and I gave him the other bike so he could sell that bike so he could give me my money back. Now I took both of the bikes. Matter of fact, I was gonna keep his bike that he rode in on, the bike that he brought, and the bike that he sold me. I was gonna keep all three of them, but I was nice to him. I let him take his bike. I let him have the old bike so he could sell it, so he could bring me my money back. And I gave him a time period. Now during that time, so I let him go. So I had partial of my money, and I had his bike, his bike. So I take the bike that he was going to sell to my friend for twice the amount that I bought the other bike for. He was going to sell me that bike for twice the amount. So I take that bike and I try to rush that bike home from her house, and I don't get more than a half a mile before the bike breaks. So he was about to sell her a bike that's twice as much, and it didn't work either. It was a broken bike too. It was a broken bike. So I had to end up fixing that bike halfway. So I had to walk home with that bike, take it to a shop, get it fixed with my own money, and then I added the price on the amount. So eventually within 2 weeks, the guy just gave me the money like a couple of days ago. I met up and he gave me the rest of the money because he was scared that I was going to beat the fuck out of him, which I was going to beat the fuck out of him. If I had to catch him, I was going to beat the fuck out of him. Other than that, never giving me my money back, I would have never seen that guy again. If I wouldn't have did what I did, I would have never seen that guy again. He would have took my money. He would have kept scamming people and whatever. And a lot of people do that around here. A lot of people do that in a lot of countries. And these guys are saying, "Oh, well, I wouldn't do that." I mean, do what you want. I'm not that type of person. My mentality is a little bit different. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. That could have been Mike Tyson. And that could have been a guy. I don't care how big he was. I don't care how small he was. I could have easily beat him up even more, but I didn't. I was nice.
If it was Mike,
I was nice.
If it was Mike Tyson, you would have done the same thing, right?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, he could have been Mike Tyson. He could have been. It don't matter who. Because I don't know if that guy was tough or big or he had a knife or gun or whatever else. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. But if somebody does something to you and you're a man, I'm not gonna let nobody walk all over me. I mean, you can. The next person can do it, but you can't tell me how to react. Somebody did to me. You can't tell, oh, well, I wouldn't have did. Well, you wouldn't have did it because you're a bitch. You know, that's what game changer. Well, you didn't have to do all that because you're a bitch. You'll let somebody do that to you. Well, and that's my point is that the manosphere, a lot of these guys are bitches. That's why they attack women. Women said, if I ever see any of these guys, I'm gonna pull up on them. If I ever see any of these guys, that's why they faces are always covered and whatever else. But if I ever ran into these guys and I recognize them, I'm gonna pull up on them and I want them to have that same that they have on YouTube. Same minutes. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna sit up here and have and energy dude when I see him. I'm gonna be a coward, like kind of like Tommy York. See how Tommy York take all that shit and then somebody pull up on him. It's a different story. It's a different story. That's how them niggas are. It's a different. Yeah, it's a different story. They're a bunch of bitches. They'll talk all that shit on YouTube. They'll talk all that shit. And let me tell you something. And the reason why I directed them to that video is not because I was trying to be big and bad. It was to let them know that I will slap your ass.
No, but I thought it was comedy. I thought it was comedy.
That's the reason why I directed you to that video to let you know that's proof that I will slap your ass when I see you. I'm not a person talking. I will slap the shit out of you when I see you. If I say I'll slap the shit out of you when I see you, I will slap the shit. I don't care how big you are because I can't tell how big these guys are over the internet. You know, they could be 6 feet, they could be 8 feet tall, they could be 2 feet tall. You know, I can't tell. I can't gauge how big they are. But no, Riley seems like he's not a little guy. But I don't care how big that nigga is. I'll slap the shit out of him if I ever saw him. Not because I don't like him and because I hate him. Because I don't like what he's doing. I don't like he's trying to twist my words up. Just like I said, I'll slap the shot of Platinum Supreme if I ever see. Not Platinum Supreme.
Platinum Elite.
Yeah, I'll slap the shit. That's too if I see his bitch ass. Because these guys they get on the on YouTube. They try to script the truth just for entertainment, so they can make money. And my point is that are you trying to give people a legitimate product? Are you trying to be truthful and honest with these people? Are you just trying to entertain them for money? You know, and at the end of the day, what it is all about entertainment. That's why people like going to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is not getting any sort of real advice. They like entertainment. They like the entertainment. The manosphere is nothing but an offshoot Comedy Central. That's what it is. It's comedy. It's comedy where a bunch of lames have the opportunity to go to a platform, crack jokes on people and work on their comedy routine. That's what it is. It's a bunch of lames in comedy training practice. That's what they do, and they just practicing on a comedy routine. You know, telling jokes like that Zero guy. I guess he's a failed comedian. You know, all he does is crack jokes and try. I mean, these niggas are not coming up with no real solutions or to their problems. They just get on the internet and crack jokes and argue with each other like bitches. That's what they do. It only take one time to be on a panel to see that. They all argue and want to fight each other and all this other stuff like bitches. But they're not like coming up with no real solutions. You don't see, you know what? The only time you see that with white people, like incels, where incels are arguing with each other. You don't see that on panels, white people's panels. You don't see them going after each other, threatening to hurt each other, beat each other up and stuff, and always cracking jokes. That's all niggas like to do. Niggas think everything is funny. Everything got to be funny to them.
But the thing about it is that on the one side it's just a little amplified, but on the other side they have a little bit of stuff going on and things like that. I mean, it wouldn't happen explicitly on a panel, but you know there are little conflicts. I'm trying to say that goes on out there, you know.
Yeah. in my opinion, like I said, all those guys, they're lames. I try to give those guys the benefit of the doubt, and I don't hate lames or anything. I mean,
Yeah.
lames have a voice in the community too, but they are they.
Mm,
I mean, let me tell you something. If it wasn't for YouTube, those guys
yeah.
would be sitting at home, going to work every day till they boring up, having a miserable life, trying to figure out something to do. You're never gonna catch me. Let me tell you something. You're never gonna catch me going on somebody's panel every single day for 3 and 4 hours talking bullshit, cracking jokes. I don't have the time unless I'm the content creator and I'm hosting the panel and I'm getting super chats and stuff. Then that's I can see a person doing that. But most of these guys, they just jump from panel to panel,
Mm.
all in the chat room, being the moderators, blah blah blah, just
But I
talking
gotta,
shit.
but, but Rommie, I gotta ask you a controversial question now. I gotta ask you a controversial question. The guy what you thought about the guy who told you to come to Colombia and whatnot?
Yeah, I told him, hey, I said, I've been to Colombia before. I've been all over South America. And let me tell you something. A Colombian, let me tell you something. A Colombian, a Colombian is probably going to be more apt to not screw me. He said come to Colombia. Like this nigga is like he's the toughest guy in the world. I bet you won't come to Colombia and do that, nigga. There's killers everywhere. There's more
Yeah,
there's more dangerous people in America than Colombia. There's killers everywhere. And not only that, a killer, think about it for a second. A person that's a
yeah.
killer, he's not gonna try to rob. He's not gonna try to screw over you. He's not gonna try to he's gonna rob you. He's not gonna try to con you. Killers don't kill people. Killers a killer don't scam people. If I'm a killer, I'm not out here scamming people.
Mm.
Killers don't scam people. That's the point that he don't understand. He's an idiot. This guy, he, like I said, you got all these lames out here that ain't never been nowhere, that's don't know anything about violence. They don't know anything about violence, military, science. They don't know anything about anything. They can't fight. They can't do anything. Or will come to Colombia. I've been to Colombia, and I wouldn't come to Colombia and start slapping people. Who does that? Who arrives off of Colombia and then just starts slapping people? Who does something that stupid? Now if I went to Colombia and somebody tried to scam me and I caught up to them, I'm gonna slap the shit out of them. If they don't give me my money, I'm gonna ask them for my money back first. If they don't give me my money back, then I'm gonna beat the hell out of their asses. And then they gonna go on about their business. Well, where they can come back and they can shoot you or whatever else. Let me tell you something. If somebody scams you and you whoop their ass, 9 out of 10 times they're not gonna come back for you because they're gonna be too scared. Especially if you beat the fuck out of them. And who's gonna, and think about it for a second. If you scam somebody and they beat you up, who are you gonna go to? Who are you gonna go to get them to come back to murder somebody or beat somebody up after they tell you the story? I scammed somebody and they caught me and beat me up. Let's go kill them. That don't even sound right. That's some stupid ass shit. So they don't logically. That's my point, is that these guys, they can't even logically process shit. That's why they need all these fake statistics and stuff like that. When I told Zero, that idiot, when I told him he wanna start jotting down statistics with me, and I shut his ass down very quickly. I said, those are not your statistics. Make up your own. Now he wants to start name calling and starts to crack jokes and stuff.
What you all were talking about? What you all were talking about? I required statistic.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. He wanted to use somebody else because that's what they like to do. They like to use other people's statistics to bolster their talking points when statistics can be misleading. They could be skewed in a certain way. You don't know how they gathered the data. You don't know what purpose that they gathered the data for. So you're relying on somebody else's work to prove your point. For example, I can't use, if I'm getting my PhD, I can't use your thesis. I can't take your thesis and give it to my professor to get my PhD. That's your work. I got to do my own damn work. Even though your work might be solid, it might be perfect. I got to prove my point with my own work. And what they was is that they want to take other people's work to try to prove themselves right. You can't prove yourself right with somebody else's work. Do your own work, especially if you're trying to get into an argument that make yourself look right. To make yourself look right. Okay, you want to make yourself look right, use your own work. That's all I told him. Boy, he got mad. He want to call me all kind of names. He want to get he want to start talking. Use your own work. Don't use nobody else's work. Use your own work. That's all I'm saying. You can't try to make yourself look good. I mean, that's like, how you gonna make yourself look good when you're using my Bentley? You trying to make yourself rich, and you trying to tell everybody, "Oh, I'm rich, I'm better than you." Blah. But yeah, you riding around in my Bentley. You riding around in my car, but yeah, you looking at everybody saying, "Oh, I'm rich, oh, I'm better than you." Blah blah blah. But you riding in my shit, riding your own shit. Then once you ride in your own car, you can say, "Okay, you can do that. You can flex on people, but you're not gonna flex on me with somebody else's work. You got to do your own work." Which in turns they can't do their own work because they don't know how to gather the data. They don't know how to do any of that shit. So their argument falls all the way apart right off the bat. I shut them down immediately, so they can't use any statistics.
But you know what? You know what I wonder, right? I wonder, like what prompts these statistics, like um, how they go about doing these things, like what causes these experiments, like you know about that? You could tell me anything about that, like
How do they how
how
do
the
they gather
process,
how do
yeah, the
they gather
process,
data?
yeah, the
How do,
process,
I mean, they can gather data on all different levels. Like the bozo said, yeah, they could use your social security number. They can use they can use names. They can use data from the counties. They can use data from the states. They can use data from the population. There's all kind of ways that they can use data, but we got to understand something. Data is not an exact science. Gathering the data, most people can't get a 100% sample, so they use stratified samples. They use all kind of different samples to gather information. It's just depending on what the information is. They get data from doing surveys. There's all kind of, like, especially when I worked for the census department. They did a lot of different surveys where they sent out surveys to people. They put money in the envelopes and tried to get the people to give them, fill out a form for $1. So some forms had $1 in it, some forms had $2, some forms had $5 in it, and they wanted you to fill out, XYZ. But sometimes those people will lie on those forms. Those people will just take the dollar, they'll check the forms off or whatever else, some bullshit, and they'll put it in the mail and send it off, and it could be 100% false. So you don't know how the data, if the data is real or not. But these guys they want to hold on to these data points like they're gospel, like this is actually true, that like all the people that were surveyed were totally 100% honest. And that's not the case. The data, half the time the data is incorrect, or it's skewed, and it's not, like, I think they said, somebody said that 40 60% of men don't have kids or whatever else. But then they did another survey and they said after 40, 80% of the men have kids.
well, it's
So
a
I
good thing.
mean,
It's a good thing I brought
so
up that, because like I was gonna ask you, like, is it different for like verifiable things, like things like children, pregnancy? In your opinion, is it different for that? Well, I mean, you was about to explain it, but I just wanted to show you that I was about to get to something like that, like something verifiable. How
yeah,
how
yeah, yeah, yes,
how good the information will be. So go ahead. You was getting to that. So go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. It's like you said, it's how good the information is because you don't know how what's the intake process of getting the information. Those guys don't even know what the intake process of getting the information is. And then you got to understand something. Everybody isn't honest. Everybody, I just put it like this. You see how quickly those guys took my information and flipped it? You see how quickly they flip my situation? People can take something just like the Bible. One person can read the Bible. I mean, it's the exact same words in the Bible, and one person can interpret the Bible in a totally different way than the next person. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't even get into that cement unless you actually did the work yourself. If you went around and you got the data yourself, it could be untrue or not true, but at least you did the work. Then you can bring your data. You can say, okay, well, I surveyed 300 people and this is what I got, and then we can say, okay, cool, okay, blah 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 blah. I would respect you more if you did the work yourself. I mean, your data could be wrong, it could be incorrect, but at least you did the work yourself. You're not relying on somebody else that don't even know who the hell you are, and you're holding on to their work like it's gospel, like it's the
Mm-hmm.
gospel, like their work is, like their work is 100% verifiable and true. Even
Yeah.
if it's verifiable, that don't mean that it's true. If you can verify where the data come from, okay, fine. But is it true? Were all the people telling the truth, or are the numbers fudged? Because it happens all the time. You got data collectors that probably don't even go out and collect the data. They sitting on their ass somewhere and they just making up numbers.
So so
So
so so
I mean,
what?
it
So
happens.
what is it? So what? So then, okay. So what is it? What do they expect from bringing out these kind of these data and thing? What they want to do? What do you think they want to do? You think it's part of
to
the
to
money plot
prove
that
to
you say?
prove themselves, to prove their talking points, to prove that their talking points are correct. you know, oh, 5%, I think they said 95% of the women have a net worth of $5 and stuff like that. That was one of the things, one of the statistics. But if they did, I'm pretty sure if they polled every one black woman in this country and they did the statistics, it probably would be worse or it probably would be better. So so I don't, you know, when we start talking about trying to hold statistics as gospel,
Mm,
statistics are used just as a measuring point of something. But when we start
mm,
trying to use statistics as the holy grail, that's when we run into problems. To try to, I'm right because it says XYZ is XYZ, so I'm right. No, 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 you're not. No, you're not. No, no, you're not. It's not your. First of all, it's not your data. You didn't do the work, so you can't hold that position. And when I try to, and I tell anybody, once the manosphere start using these dumbass statistics and stuff like that, just shut them down by saying, "Did you do the work?" Because he had never heard that before. That's why he got so pissed off. And then what they do is they try to turn once you once you shut them down, then they try to turn the thing into a joke. They try to turn it into a joke. That's deflecting. They try to turn it into a joke. If now that they can't prove themselves right, now it turns into a comedy show. That's what it does. It turns into a comedy show because they can't
yeah,
prove
yeah,
themselves. They can't prove themselves right anymore. So all of a sudden, now they go to the comedy routine because, okay, now I can't demean. I can't. I'm not superior than you because I can't prove that you're a dummy and I'm smarter than you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to belittle you by trying to attempt to roast you, and let's see how that goes now. And like I said once before, real men, let me tell you something. That's how I know they all lames, because let me tell you something. A real man, somebody that's about something, they're gonna try to have a intellectual conversation with you. They're not gonna start being funny. They're not gonna start roasting people. That's how I know they're immature. That's how I know I can slap the shit out of all of them. That's how I,
yeah.
that's how I know I already can test. I can test it the war. I know they all bitches, because a real dude. You think if Mike Tyson was on the panel, Mike Tyson would start cracking jokes and shit. He not finna start cracking no damn jokes. He gonna try to have a intellectual conversation with me. He gonna say, okay, then yeah, you right. That's not my work. But let me take it at another angle.
Mike
Yeah, let me
Tyson.
take it at
Mike Tyson have a podcast, right?
huh? Yeah, Mike
He
Tyson.
has a, he has a pod.
Yeah. Does he always is he always freaking when somebody comes up with an argument or something, he's not cracking jokes.
Nah.
You know, he not fucking cracking no damn jokes. If he's in a debate, he's not fucking cracking no damn joke, because that's how I know they I'm just using Mike Tyson as an example, but I'm just saying that's how I know they a bunch of bitches. Because a real dude ain't gonna sit up there and sit there and crack no jokes, because because real dudes respect men's power. And when I say men's power is that they're not gonna flex on you or anything just because they don't know where it can go, because if it goes somewhere, they gonna have to take it to another level. So
True.
so that's why when I talked to that guy when he didn't have my money, I just asked him to bring me another bike. I didn't say I was gonna beat him up or anything or nothing like that. And then I didn't even say when, and that's why he probably came, because he didn't know it was me. But I didn't even threaten him. I said, okay, when I see that nigga, I know what I'm gonna have to do to him. You know, so I didn't even threaten him to say I'm gonna beat you up when I see you or nothing like that. I just knew what I had to do. And like I said, these niggas on YouTube, they sit behind these avatars and these computers, and then they want to talk and these microphones, and they want to talk all that shit. But then when you pull up on their asses, it's gonna be a whole different story. And what I'm telling them is that I'm not gonna be like Tariq Nasheed. I'm not gonna be like, Tariq Nasheed was nice to Tommy Sotomayor, and I think the one reason why he was nice to Tommy Sotomayor is because DJ Vlad was in there, and he promised DJ Vlad that he probably wasn't gonna do anything, but so they had to trick him to get him there. But you see how quickly Tommy Sotomayor bitch ass, or if he would have hit me, I would have sued him, and all kind of, that's what they do. They a bunch of bitches, but yet they get on the internet and they talk all this shit. No, they like the toughest guy in the world, but when you see them, they turn into a bitch immediately. But like I said once before, if I ever see any of these Manosphere niggas, I'm not gonna be like Tariq Nasheed. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you and make you get on your knees and apologize. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm not gonna slap. Not only I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, I'm gonna make you get on your knees and apologize like a bitch. Like I said once before, because these niggas, they all soft. I know they all soft. In other words, I'm saying to the Manosphere, if a real dude pull up on you, you gonna fold like a bitch. But yeah, you always talking shit about these women. You always dogging these women out. But yet you pull up a real dude pull up on you, you gonna fold up like a bitch. That's why O'Shea Duke Jackson, he had a video about Mama Duck, about it was a false story or whatever, but he was just doing it for views. I understand that. It was just
about
he was
FPG
entertainment, whatever. Yeah. He had a video, but then she saw that video and she refuted what he said, and she got them killers behind him. You see how quickly he took that video down? Because them niggas don't want no smoke.
Wait, hold up. So she actually put the goons in the video, or
no. She told him she was gonna get in his ass when she saw the nigga.
Okay.
And he knows. See, they'll pick on. They have no problem, and he had no problem going after a woman. But they not gonna go after these women if they got goons behind them. See, Mama Duck, she got Chicago goons behind them. But he way in Poland. He's so scared. He waited in Poland. And he took the video down. I mean, he could have kept it up. He could have took it down. I mean, that's his choice, freedom of choice. Personally, I don't care what he did. But my point is, and I'm just using him as an example. I'm not trying to pick on him or anything, but I'm just trying to say that these guys, they don't want no action. All they want to do is pick on women, flip the narrative. They're a bunch of lames. All of them. They all are a bunch of the Manosphere 2.0. They're a bunch of lames, man. These 3.0 niggas coming up, they're a bunch of lames too. I don't even know who the 3.0s are, but they lames too. All these guys, all these new guys that's taking over the Manosphere space are lames. They all lames. That's why probably Angry Man do his own shit because he know them niggas are lame. He probably the hardest one out of all of them, you know. But that's why he probably didn't separate his himself away from them niggas because he figured out them niggas are lames, you know. No, I don't. They lames, man. That's all I gotta say. They just lames. But hey, they got their own little platform. They got their own space. They trying to make some money off of it. If those lanes want to give them money, I cannot control that. Give them money. Have fun. Sit on these panels for 8 hours and giggle and laugh like little girls. And then after y'all get off, y'all go to each other's houses. Y'all go to each other's houses and poke each other in the booty or whatever else. Do what you want.
It wouldn't be the manners fair if they do. If they do that, it wouldn't be the manners fair. It would be something else.
You do whatever they want to do. But my point is that this Bernard Riley and most of these guys, man, they try to flip the script to make themselves look good. And I think that's the thing because they so used to doing it. They want to make themselves look like the victims or make themselves look like they're taking the high position over topics or well, I'm better than you or you he's this, he's that. Like they're better than everybody else. They're a bunch of lames. They're a bunch of complete lames, in my opinion. And like I said, and they cowards, all of them. If you saw those guys in the streets and you pulled up on them, they'll fold like a fucking chair, like a fucking patio chair, a fucking picnic table, a picnic chair. They'll fold so goddamn quick. All them lame ass niggas. But they always talking about attacking women. Over 60-70% of they goddamn materials it has a woman in it. Women this, women that, women this, women that. And then when I try to give them a solution. Oh, well, you coming in attacking us? You coming in attacking us? I wasn't coming in necessarily attacking you. I was opposing some of your views. And you trying to roast me? You trying to attack me? I'm not crying and complaining. I'm subscribed to where I was subscribed to him. I was subscribed to Bernard Riley. I don't like the nigga.
We say unsubscribe.
Yeah, I unsubscribe. I unsubscribe to the nigga because I ain't gonna listen to his content ever again. But I subscribe to guys I don't like all day, every day. I subscribe to them because I want to hear their view. I'm not saying that they cannot have that view. You can have whatever view you want. But if somebody opposes your view, you want to get mad and want to cry and complain and whatever, because people are gonna oppose some of the views that I have. People are gonna oppose them. Okay, fine. You bring it on, oppose them, and then I'm gonna give you my answer, and then it's gonna be over with. But these guys, if you oppose them, you a troll. You are the enemy. Blah 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 blah. Because all they trying to do is make money, man. That's all they trying to. These guys don't care about no rights.
But it's still this like what makes you like join a panel? Like what kind of panel makes you jump on a panel? Like what kind of content creator makes you go on a panel? Like what topic? What drives you to go on a panel, Doug?
When they're talking about how women, how they can't find women, how they can't women this, women that, blah 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 blah. When at the end of the day, these are average guys, and I'm an average guy. These are average guys that's mad because they can't get the women that they want. But then when you try to explain to them, well, hey, here's another way that you can get women. Nah. They just want to make money and dog out women. They don't want any solutions or anything. Because let me tell you something. If all the women would do exactly what they said tomorrow, they would still be on YouTube making content. They'll just be looking at another angle. Tomorrow, if all the women tomorrow did exactly everything that they want, they would still be on YouTube. Because check this out. All those guys, listen, I just want to say one thing. All those guys said they had girlfriends. But yet they still out here making the same content. Because they let me tell you something. If all the girls would act right, 100% of the girls, they'll say, no, that's not true. There's a 5% of the girls out here, they'll be looking for something. In other words, they're always looking for the wrong. They're never looking for the right. They're always looking for the wrong. They're looking for something. No, there has to be 5% of the girls out here that's not acting right. They'll take that one little percent because they need to make money now. Because most of these bums, they don't have real jobs. They don't have YouTube is
But
their job now.
no, but if they do have real jobs, right? Then how come how come they get hefty super chats and stuff?
Huh?
No, I say how come they get good super chats and stuff if they have no job? They gotta have jobs
I didn't
to get
say I
money.
didn't say I'm saying content creators. Content creators don't have jobs. No, the guys that are super chatting, those guys have jobs. But you got to understand something, Dwayne,
Mm.
is that
Yeah.
you would be surprised. You would be surprised how many people are living from hand to mouth, and they
Hmm.
will give their last dime to somebody that they love, or feel like they're heroes. These guys. I
Okay.
mean, think about it for a second. Why is all these guys giving the money to Kevin Samuels? He's not helping them. He's not helping them find wives, but yet they're super chatting them 20, 30, $50, $100, being members to his thing, but he's not helping not one of them. So people, so it's funny. That it's kind of like the church has moved to YouTube, where these YouTubers, they're like pastors, and these guys are just giving free. And there's nothing wrong with that. If those guys want to give them, those content creators, their money, more power to them. I have no problem with that. The only problem that I have is that a lot of these content creators, for money, they're willing to be disingenuous. They're not going to be truthful. They're going to, in other words, whatever their subscribers want, they're going to give it to them, even if it's not true.
All right. Well, let's talk about debating, right? You think that seeing that you have solid points and solid ground, you think that you could win a debate with all of them since they're on faulty and shaky grounds? Well, not talking about the one today, but like with others who forward this the same kind of thinking. You think you could debate them and win over the people and beat their
I,
logic?
it depends. It depends on the debate. I'm not. Let me tell you something. I'm not here really, to be totally honest with you. I'm not here to debate anybody. I'm here and I'm gonna stop going on these people's panels because I'm gonna do my thing because I'm having too much fun doing what I'm doing, and I got other stuff to do. But
Mm.
and I'm trying to run a channel, and I'm busy, putting out content and slicing up videos. So I don't even have time to be going on these people's panels. Only reason why I was going on these people's panels is really to get my name out, negative or positive. Because if they know my name negative, if they know my name positive, they know my name. They know Rommie Peso. You know, and
Yeah.
like I said, a lot of these guys, they're gonna be mad because you got to understand something too. Is that when you start going into these spaces, these guys are very territorial, and they don't want, because think about it for a second. There's only so much super chat money. There's only so much Patreon money that a person can give. They can't be subscribed to everybody. Let me tell you something. There's about I can count maybe about 30 Manosphere channels. 30 Manosphere channels, Black Manosphere channels. From the top of my head, I can count about 30 of them. So, if I'm a Manosphere content consumer, I can be subscribed to all 30 of them or even more, but I can't be giving super chats. If I gave $5 super chats every week, that's $150 a week. That's only a $5 super chat, and I only do it one time for every person. So that's $150 a week, 4 weeks. That's $600. That means I'm giving $600 to the Manosphere every month. That's a card note. I'm giving a card note to the Manosphere. So so um
Uh,
so so that's impossible. So what these guys got to do is that they got to make sure that if somebody does come to this space or tries to come in this space, they really got to block them. To be totally honest with you, they want to have you on for content, but then they want to actually try to block you too, especially if you are controversial or you opposing their views or whatever else. Let me tell you something. You don't think people are jealous because Kevin Samuels? They won't let you know. They won't tell you. But you don't think people are jealous of Kevin Samuels in the manosphere? Some of those guys are very jealous of him. You know, they won't say it. They won't say it publicly. But so what they do is that since they can't hate on Kevin Samuels, they're gonna try to make money off of him, like O'Shea Du Jackson. You know, Angry Man is showing you the truth. At least he's being truthful. You know, he's showing you the true side of how people are. You know, he's mad because Kevin Samuels blew up. You know, to a certain extent. But that's just being honest. That's just being honest. You know, and that's nothing wrong with that. You know, he's showing his honest feelings, and that's right. You know, rightfully so. He felt that hell. Shit, why did this nigga blow up? Well, shit, when I should have blown up, I've been in the game longer. But Kevin Samuels just got lucky. That's all. He's just a lucky guy. He just got lucky.
Right.
But you know, but like I said once before, all these guys are lames, man. You know, they just lames, and they trying to make money. They trying to make money. So you know, I ain't gonna knock them for that. But I'm gonna stop going on these panels because, man, like I said, these YouTube guys, man, it's a big game. You know, it's a big game. And then you got, it's a big game.
But don't stop going on all panels. But I mean, but whatever panels you decide to go on, you know, at least check out the channel and yeah. Don't throw away the idea of not going.
But here's the funny part. Dwayne, is that if you do go on a panel, even if you go on a different channel with a different content creator, it's gonna be the same usual suspects on the panel. They jump from panel to panel. They like dots. They jump from panel to panel. They'll go from Ramil's panel to Mr. Fantastic panels to DJ Cooter's panel to Bernard Riley's panel to O'Shea panel if he had one. Then they'll jump on Angry Man panel. Then they'll jump on LAR movement panel. Then they'll go over to the child support guy, Mr. Palmer's panel.
Yeah, Mr. Palmer. You know, funny thing, I watched my first Mr. Palmer video like yesterday. It was a live stream. That was the first Mr. Palmer video I ever watched was yesterday.
Yeah. So they'll jump on, shout out to Mr. Palmer, shout out to to all these content creators. But my thing is that that they're the same guys, more so not Mr. Palmer's, but more so because a lot of them can't really talk child support because they may not have kids or whatever else, or they don't want to get exposed. But for the most part, they jump from Edwards Anderson's Game Changer. They jump from all these pounds. And the funny thing is that Game Changer, he's very strategic. I will give him that. Hold
on. I see you put I saw that you put Edward and Anderson in your thumbnail as well.
Say that again.
I saw that you put Edward Anderson in your Edward Anderson was featured in your thumbnail. Last thumbnail that you did. The thumbnail to the video, Edward Anderson was in it.
Yeah, Edward Anderson, all of them.
What did he tell them? What did he tell them?
No, I told him, I said, Kevin Samuels is supposed to be the relationship expert, but why hasn't he found you guys wives? Why haven't you gotten married? These guys. And I think Obsidian was in the chat. In Bernard Riley chat, he said, well, he doesn't want to get married, and that's his choice. He doesn't have to get married. He has the option not to get married. But Kevin Samuels is supposed to be finding these guys. He's supposed to be the relationship expert. And what I'm saying is that Kevin Samuels is not going to find anybody a goddamn wife. He can't find anybody. He can't even find his own damn self a wife. That was my point. My point is that this nigga can't even find his own damn self a wife. So he's not gonna find those guys' wives. Although, in other words, what I'm saying is that these guys are just about making money. It's not about helping anybody. And but once again, you cannot control these guys from giving their money to these people. If they want, if you want to give your whole entire bank account to a YouTuber, you can do it. I mean, there's nothing nobody
True,
can do.
true.
It's not against the
Yeah,
law.
you literally,
It's not
yeah,
against the law.
you literally could do that.
But my point is that all I'm saying is that these guys are not trying to help anybody. They're just trying to make money. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
Well, man, cause it's still early here, man. I'm a bail off of here, man, and like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
like I
dog.
said once before, man,
Mm.
Bernard Riley is a bitch disingenuous dude.
Yeah.
Um, and like I said, man, I'm not gonna be on these
Hey, but
panels.
before you go,
Um,
you was getting
yeah.
into a point about game changer being strategic. I want to hear about that. I want to hear how game changer is being strategic. What made you say
No,
that?
when I said yeah, when I say that is that if you notice, he doesn't let anybody on his panels. He just does his rant or he makes his video. He keeps his lives. He does his lives, but he don't invite anybody on his panel. He don't put in no link or nothing
But
because
you should do
he
that.
doesn't
You
want,
should do that a while ago, right? You should do it like last year or something. You should do that, right? You should do it last year.
huh? I can't
You
hear
should
you.
drop the link. You used to drop the link last year or
Oh, he used to
sometime.
send he
Yeah,
he used to
yeah. You
send
should
out a
do it.
link.
Yeah, you should do it. You should do it
Yeah,
last year.
yeah, yeah. I guess somebody maybe got on the panel and embarrassed him or something. I don't know, but he's
Mm.
very conservative in that case. But he, like I said, he tries to be very strategic. But however he wants to run his channel, I mean, nobody can tell him what to do. Um, but yeah, I found that very interesting. But like I said once before, man, you know, these guys, they live in their own fantasy world, man. They live in their own fantasy world. And like I said, I think to me the people in the chat, they probably even the more gullible because I mean I've never seen everybody in there. Everybody in there wants to be a comedian. Everybody in there is talking reckless. It's just but I guess people, they get emotional about certain topics and stuff like that. So you can't you can't fault them for it, I guess. But like I said, man, I'm gonna do my thing, and them fools know who I am now. You know,
Mhm.
but they not. But like I said once before, they gonna try to they gonna try to keep my mouth. They're gonna try to keep my name out their mouths because they don't want to give me any shine or anything like that because they haters. Um, and they want everybody to follow their side. They want everybody to be like them, and give
Yeah.
them all the super chats and all the other things. But I'm not here for the super chats. I have never went live. I have never had a live stream. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have a Cash App. Maybe I might have a Patreon. Maybe I might have a Cash App. But this is not a business to me. This is just me making videos, having a good time, and if somebody, and like I said once before, if somebody out there that wants to get off the manosphere crack and have a loving and caring relationship with a female, then I can help you. I can assist you in that. But like I said, most of these guys they don't want to do that. They just want to go out and fuck bitches and dog bitches out and say all bitches ain't shit. And there's nothing wrong with having sex with a whole bunch of women. Enjoy yourself, but you can't be running through these women and then say these bitches ain't shit. These bitches, but yeah, you having sex with women every night, but they ain't shit. To me that's just stupid. That's just a stupid person in my opinion. But who am I? Who am I to say what another person should do? But all I know, man, is that those guys, like I said, they lames, man. They to me they all lames.
Mhm.
And so I I uh I Like I said once before, and somebody said, big one, Arthur James said he could beat up Mike Tyson. I didn't say I could beat up Mike Tyson. I said I wouldn't
You
care.
say if
I
he
wouldn't
would
care if the dude.
if he was
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
I never said I could beat up. Yeah. I said he could be Mike Tyson, meaning that I don't care how big or how small he is. If he did something to me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna step to him. I'm not a coward. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't go around. I don't go around stepping up to people, slapping them and beating them. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not saying I'm a bully.
Yeah.
I'm just a regular dude.
Right.
I'm a regular dude. But if you do something, if you walk up to me and do something to me, I'm just not gonna like fold over,
Yeah,
like a
you
bitch,
retaliate. You retaliate.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna retaliate. And let me tell you something. I would expect any man, if you walked up to somebody and you did something to them unprovoked, I would hope that they will retaliate. I mean, that's what a man does. A man defends himself, and that's another thing that goes back to the thing about those guys being scared of white men. Um, they just most black men, most of these
Yo,
lame
yo.
guys, they want guys to run over them. They just want guys to run over them.
Yo.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my shit, man.
But anyway, man, I'm finna get off this stream, bro. Man, you have a good one. I don't know what time it is in your part of the world, but man, I gotta go to the grocery store, make some groceries, cook. I gotta do a whole bunch of shit today, man. So I I'll talk to you later, man, and good looking out. I guess he couldn't hear me. Testing one, two, three. Hello? I guess he can hear me. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out, Dwayne. Peace out, man.
Yo, I was only hearing you on you. Anyway, I looking at let me see. Right, yeah. And I was seeing them just now on YouTube, but I was seeing them on StreamYard, so I look to wrap this up until later. Right? So anyway, thanks everybody for passing through. You don't know. Yeah, peace.